The one we discussed, right? The project organization. This is also part of IAM. This is the first service we are going to discuss under Google Cloud. IAM, Identity and Access Management. It comes under security. Cloud Identity and Access Management. Okay, so you have a project. You need to provide access to another person, all right? Right now, you have a project. You need to provide access to another person. You're the owner of that particular project. This is the service who is going to help you. Okay, if you want to provide access to someone else, identity and access management, this service help you to provide access, regulate the access, not only provide the entire access, manage the permission, regulate the permission. This is what it is used for. IAM. IAM means identity and access management, enable you to create and manage permission in Google Cloud resources. There are different areas, different perspectives on this. We will discuss in detail. Enterprise grade access control, very easy to use. You can set up the full access. When I say full access, maybe the organization level access or project level full access, folder level full access. You can provide something like that, or you can have the granular access. So if you are a person who's going to deal only with the Kubernetes. If you are a Kubernetes architect, you're going to set up everything in Kubernetes. You can just only get access in Kubernetes. Or if you're a person who's going to deal only with the networking, like network creating, network firewalls, routing, all these things, you can have only access to networking part, not the entire project. You don't need access to storage. That way, you can set the granular access as well. It's totally free of cost wise. There is nothing to provide the access to set up the policies, set up the roles, providing the roles, anything for all these activities. You are not charged. It's a logical concept, so it's free of cost. How IAM works? It is very simple compared to the traditional technologies like Active Directory or LDAP. You might have heard about it, AD, right? When you join an organization, you will get a you will create you will get a username, right? That is getting created in AD most of the cases. That will be created. There will be central username to log in everywhere, all application, all servers, everywhere, right? So that is actually getting created under AD most of the cases, or LDAP. If it is Linux and all, it will be LDAP. Mostly in Windows, it is AD. So compared to those technologies, this is very easy how it works, how IAM works. If you can answer these three questions, it is very easily you can understand how IAM works. Who, what, and which resources. If you want to provide access, example, Jyoti wanted to provide access to Archana. All right, Jyoti can go to her console, that IAM console. Who who want to provide access, like to whom want to provide the access? Archana's email ID will be the answer of this question. Okay, who? Archana's email ID. So we are dealing with email ID, right? To authenticate Google Cloud, we are using email ID. So we are not using usernames here, unlike maybe if you want to log into a server, you may need username. But when it comes to cloud, no matter AWS or Azure or Google Cloud, we are using email ID to authenticate. So if you want to get access, email ID is the answer of who. So Archana's email ID you need to get and go to IAM and provide the access. What access needs to be provided? Next question is what access? Whether it's a project level access or compute engine or storage access or an organization level access, it depends. That this answer, right? What? Next question is what? Role. What means role? What exactly? What is the access you need? There may be a project owner or a viewer or many things like this. Which resource? If you are providing project owner access, project is the resource here. Project is the resource. If you are providing storage admin access, storage is the resource here. It will be a little tricky. Let's see how it looks like. Go to IAM. Just go to IAM. You can type here or IAM admin. Here you can see this is the actual owner. This is the person who created this project, and he provided access to me. This is my ID. All right. If you look at your IAM console, you can parallelly check it. You won't find all these kind of service account or whatever. Only your ID will be there. Your email ID will be that the email ID which you use to create IAM. I want to provide access to someone. Very simple. Go to click on add. Provide the email ID of that person. Very simple. No username concept. It's just email ID. So this is the answer of who. Next is what. What access you can provide. See, custom and all I'll come later. So if you want to provide any project level access, you can go to basic access and provide the project level. Viewer, owner, editor, browser. These are the project level access. So if I provide owner, I'll get ownership in this entire project. See, I am the owner right now, project owner. All right, this guy is the owner and I'm also owner of the project. That's why I'm able to add another person. Okay, if I'm not the owner, I can't do that. So that's a basic, when I, that is under basic access. Okay, basic access means it include entire project. Next is the granular access. You will, whatever the list you're finding under this, that is granular access only to that particular service. Example, Cloud Run is a service. Cloud SQL, if you want, if you're providing access to only database, Cloud SQL admin you can provide. All right, so in our case, Jyoti is providing access to Archana's. Archana's email IDs will be here and providing access to Cloud SQL. All right, Cloud SQL admin is the role. That's the answer to this particular one. What we are answering, who, what, and which resource, right? Who is email ID, what means Cloud SQL admin, which resource, which is Cloud SQL. Cloud SQL is the resource, Cloud SQL admin is the role. No complex things involved. Just you need to know what is the role of that person. Based on that, you need to provide. Go to basics and provide it. If it is a project level, you can provide like that. And also you can provide organization level, folder level also, but we don't have option to show. That's also very just very simple, something like this. Policy. See, just now I was showing Cloud SQL admin, right? You're providing one email ID and you're attaching one role into it. That's what I was trying to do here. An email ID and one role into it. Okay, so I'm providing an email ID, attaching a role. If I save it, this forms a policy. This activity, the task which I did, that is called a policy creation. Policy creation means attaching a role to a member that forms a policy. See, attaching plus one member, one role. And it can be either single member, group, service account. This and all you can forget as of now. We'll discuss later. Attaching a user to a role or either single role or multiple role. That forms a policy. All right, member, role, and policy. A cloud IAM policy bind one or more member to a role. These two we already know, right? Member email ID, role is the permission. So if you attach, if you bind a role to a member, that forms a policy. Now we reach to a very tricky and very interesting concept, IAM policy inheritance. IAM policy inheritance. So here the same slide which I used at last with the subfolders, I used it, right? Let's take a scenario here. Listen carefully. Not a complex thing, but it's little confusing or tricky thing. This is right now. Just assume that we are going to set up a full Google Cloud environment for an organization. Whatever the, we'll take IBM, very common example. So here, organization. As I mentioned, the organization level, we need to attach the public domain name, which is ibm.com. So I just created the organization. Okay, here I just created the organization. So this is how in real time also it works. When you are to completely, if you're going to create an environment, this is where you start the organization level. First, you are the very top level, the decision makers. They will be working with the Google and they will set up the organization here with working with the Google, attaching the public domain name. Will create the organization. So I created the organization here, all right? Started with the organization. This is active. All right. Next, we'll take maybe for convenience, we will take IBM.in, IBM.India. So it is easy to relate, right? So here there are three folders I'm creating. One is maybe one is Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Delhi. Okay, three different folders I'm creating. So IBM Bangalore, Hyderabad, and Delhi. All right, three I'm creating. And here for IBM Bangalore. So who's from Bangalore here? Anyone? Shankar. Okay, Shankar is, I don't know, I'm not sure, but I'm just taking the name. Shankar is responsible for IBM Bangalore, and maybe Archana is responsible for Hyderabad and Delhi. Okay, so I'll reduce. This is okay. This is Hyderabad. This is Bangalore. This is Delhi. I'm just providing three folder access to three persons here. Okay, maybe Shankar, Archana, and Jyoti. Okay, three folder access I provided. Understand? This is IBM Bangalore. I provided to Archana, Shankar, and Jyoti. All right. So far, so good, right? Three folders I have created and three. Archana is responsible for entire workloads under IBM Bangalore. Archana is responsible. Next, Archana created two folders. Are you able to follow or confusing? So far, it's good, right? No confusion
Yes.
so far. Archana is creating two folders, Team A and Team B. Team B, Archana is providing access to Kundan. Team B, okay, Kundan is responsible to handle these workloads. All right, Team B, here Kundan, and two products are there, product one and product two. Who else? Okay, Jyoti is responsible for product one. So here Kundan and here it's Jyoti. Jyoti is responsible for product one. Okay, I think Jyoti, I already used the name right here. Okay, who else left? Devika is responsible for product one. I already used the name here. So Devika is responsible for product one. And Devika created three projects. Okay, I'll recap it anyway. So just three products. Test GCP. Mohan is responsible for test project. Mohan is responsible for test project. So Devika provided access to Mohan. So I'll just recap the scenario. I have created organization. I provided access to three. I created three folder and Shankar, Archana, and Jyoti. Archana created two other folders, provided access to Kundan, and again Devika, product one, Mohan, here test GCP, Mohan provided access. So far so good, right? Clear? Now, policy inheritance. This is the concept we are going to discuss, policy inheritance. See, I have organization admin access because I'm the one who created. I have organization admin access. I have central control on everything, each and everything under organization. Because if I have the top level access, the organization admin access, this will get inherit to everything till resources. Inheritance, right? The word inheritance. Focus on this word, inheritance. My access will get inherit till resources, which means I have admin access to all these folders, all this project, and all resources. Archana, here Archana, you got access whatever is under department Y, whatever the workloads under department Y, team A, team B, product one, product two, all the projects. But you have no clue what is under department X because you have access from this only. Make sense? You have no clue what is under how many folders are under department X or how many projects are under this. This is Hyderabad, right? Yeah. And the same way, only Jyoti have access to whatever under this Delhi region, Delhi folder, whatever the folders or project. And Jyoti have no clue what is under department Y. Clear? And Archana got full access. If you have folder admin access, you have admin access from here to here, but not under here. The same way, Kundan got access everything under team B, but not under anything under team A or whatever here, and so on. This is called policy inheritance. The policy will get inherit all child resources. Okay, for all child whatever you're getting, like if you're getting the access in project level, all the child resources also you will get the same access. If you're getting viewer access here, you can view everything under test project. If you're getting owner access, you will get ownership on all the resources. You don't need to separately provide it. You don't have to provide for compute engine, app engine all together. If you're going to use the entire project, you can come here and provide, so that the policy will get inherit to all child resources. Very simple, all child resources. Wherever you are getting, whatever the level you are getting, from that level, all child resources, the policy will get inherit. Clear, right? That's called IAM policy inheritance.